Hey everyone, it's Friday morning, so I am back in my Webull account buying Dividend Aristocrat stocks. First thing before I get going on that though is Webull gave me a free stock for signing up and funding my account. It's a share of Teva Pharmaceuticals, which I'm sure is a fine company, but this particular portfolio with Webull, I'm doing nothing but Dividend Aristocrat stocks, and this company is not a member of that, so I'm going to go ahead and sell that stock there. So we put in a sell order and place order, and we're going to go ahead and sell that. So that's submitted and waiting for processing. So just to remind you guys what's going on here. The Dividend Aristocrats are a list of 57 companies in the S&P 500 index that, in addition to being that index, have increased their dividend every year for the past 25 years. And so there's currently 57 companies that meet that criteria, and I'm going to be buying each of them, and I'm going to be weighting them in my portfolio based on the size of their total dividend payout to all shareholders. So ExxonMobil, for example, is highest on the list. They've paid out $14.5 billion to shareholders over the past year. And then lower down the list, you can see a company like, say, for example, McDonald's. They paid out $3 billion to shareholders over the past year. And you can see this is not weighted by market cap. For example, ExxonMobil and Johnson & Johnson have nearly identical market caps, but ExxonMobil has paid almost 1.5 times as much in dividends as Johnson & Johnson, so we'll be weighting them 1.5 times as much. So rather than weighting them by how much the shareholders value the company in terms of market cap, we're going to weight them by how much the company values the shareholders in terms of dividend payouts. And also just looking over our history recently, so we're going to compare our performance to the S&P 500 here. I've only been at this for 2 weeks, so performance probably isn't very indicative of anything because it's only been 2 weeks. It could just be a fluke that the companies I bought so far have performed well or performed poorly. So for the first little bit, I was underperforming the S&P 500, and then just recently I peaked out above it. But like I said, that's probably not too meaningful. And so as far as what we buy next, what I look at stocks that are underweight in my portfolio. For example, Pepsi's underweight because I don't own any of it yet, and it should be 4.3% of the portfolio. And then look at all the stocks that are most underweight, because I have a lot of stocks I haven't bought at all yet. I look at the one that is closest to the 52-week low. So scrolling through here, the first one on the list is Hormel Foods. Its 52-week low was $35.44, and it's currently at $40.93. So it's 15% above its 52-week low. And so the first one that we're going to buy here is going to be Hormel Foods. So let's go pop over here, and their symbol is HRL. HRL. Hormel Foods.
Thousands of pounds of wieners are produced daily at Hormel. Boneless beef and pork are the selected meats used in the manufacture of Hormel wieners.
So we go over here on the buy side, purchasing one share. And this is going to be a limit order, so this means that I won't pay anything more than $40.83. Of course, it's possible that a limit order might not be filled. On the other hand, a market order is basically guaranteed to be filled unless there's some sort of liquidity problem and no one's selling, but for big companies, that won't happen. But it'll happen at whatever price is currently prevailing, and it won't wait for it to hit $40.83. So you might pay a penny or two more if you do a market order. Or if it's shooting up, it may be much more. Okay, so yeah, go ahead and mark Hormel Foods here as bought. And so Hormel Foods is known for, it's known by me as the maker of Spam. So, yeah, not the spam in your inbox that used to plague you before they figured out email filters, but the canned meat product. And they also have other brands like Skippy and bunches of other brands. So they own a bunch of food brands. All right, so next one on the list is Leggett and Platt. They do a handful of things. They do industrial parts, car parts and equipment. They do furniture and like private label furniture, so they manufacture for other people. Same thing with mattresses. So they don't put their own brand on it, but they manufacture for others, so they own the factories. And so, yeah, they've been around for a while, and they've been increasing their dividend. Sounds sort of like a boring business, but often boring businesses make money. So they won't necessarily make big flashy amounts of money with a brand new marketing campaign, but they're a reliable supplier to others, and so a lot of companies rely on them. And so we'll go buy a share of them. LEG, Leggett and Platt. And so here we're going to go put in a buy limit order, place order, buy. And our Hormel Foods order still hasn't been filled yet, so we'll take a look at that in just a bit. We might have to replace that order because I want it to get filled. Leggett and Platt. Add that to the list. All right. Let's see what's next on the list. Okay, next on the list is Consolidated Edison. This is a big utility company in New York. I believe it's the largest shareholder-owned utility company out there. And so the name comes from Thomas Edison. So there's the Edison Illuminating Company, and over the years there's been various mergers and acquisitions and changes, but this is the derivative of Thomas Edison's owned company, and so this is a large utility company. So here we go, Consolidated Edison. Let's go buy a share. Place order. All right, we'll mark them as bought. There we go. And just one real quick note here in Webull, it'll show you your buying power up there in the corner. So I still got some buying power left to go buy something else. And so we got Sysco up next, the symbol SYY. So this is not Sysco, the network components manufacturer. This is SYSCO, the food distributor. So you've probably seen their trucks delivering food to places like restaurants and schools and hospitals and hotels. So they're a big food services company. A few years ago, they tried to buy up their biggest competitor, U.S. Foods, but that was actually stopped by the FTC because it would have created something that was too close to a monopoly. So they still don't own U.S. Foods, but they are an independent company that has been increasing their dividends. And here we go. Got them. Place a limit order. And we'll go ahead and hit buy there. All right. And continuing on down the list. Next one on the list is Nucor, NUE. Oh, actually I take it back. I have exceeded my buying power. We're down to $31.86. That is not enough money to go buy Nucor. So if Nucor is still close to its 52-week low, or within 18% of its 52-week low next week, and something else hasn't fallen lower, we'll buy that next week. Otherwise, it's possible selling some other company on this list may drop more over the next weekend. We'll start with something else. All right, but yeah, that is today's buying list. So hope you guys have a great day. Bye.